I think your head is actually bigger because, you know, normally I can see the producer and everybody sitting over there, and I can't now. So actually, no, your head is really...
I have the big Ted Kennedy melon.
Wait, put your head in front of that camera there.
This camera right here.
Okay, now I'm going to put my head behind your head and see if you can even see my head. Now look, you see? You can't even see my head. Your head went away. Can't even see my head. So what have you been doing?
You're trapped in the orbit of my head, yeah.
A few moments later.
Both of them are going on their own television shows, and they're both taking little stabs at one another, right? Mm-hmm. Leno's stabs are weak sauce, lame, and unfunny, right? But Conan's stabs are a little funny.
Or have stopped referring to it as another Vietnam. They're not calling it anymore. The bad news, they're now calling it another NBC. Yeah, that's what it's Welcome, of course, to NBC, America's most dysfunctional TV family. Thank you very much. Well, nobody knows what's going on here. Conan O'Brien, understandably, very upset. He had a statement in the paper yesterday, and Conan said NBC had only given him 7 months to make his show work. When I heard that, 7 months, how'd he get that deal? We only got 4. Hey, who's his agent? Get me that guy.
Time sticking it to NBC, aren't you?
No, I'm just here having a good time, that's all.
They deserve it, but I will say this.
Yes.
I think I should plug all my stuff now in case they just take you off the air halfway through this.
Done.
What are you going to do?
I'll find something to do, I'm sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm really worried about it because I saw the letter and I thought it was great, and I feel for you, and I just think, you know, you've been treated badly. But you've got no discernible. I'm not being funny. This is the greatest respect. You've got no discernible skill.
I just want to say I couldn't be happier. You were the only choice. You were the perfect choice. You have been an absolute gentleman in private and in the press. I agree. Conan rocks. Good luck next week, my friend.
Jay, thank you for everything.
Less than 1 year after Jay Leno handed The Tonight Show off to Conan O'Brien, NBC decided to cancel Leno's disastrous primetime show and move him back into his old time period at 11:35 Eastern. Conan's Tonight Show, which was losing badly in the ratings to David Letterman, was to be bumped back to 12:05 the next morning.
Was it in the back of your mind that, look, if I don't do that well, they can just pop Leno back in?
I'm a paranoid person, and I think I'm the kind of person that can come up with lots of negative scenarios. But I remembered thinking that seemed like that was a stretch, even for me.
What followed were some unpleasant discussions with NBC's West Coast brass.
It just felt like the tone went very quickly from take your time, we understand this is a tough decision, to, you know, let's go. You know, and that probably helped me a little bit feel like, you know what, this environment doesn't feel right. And I've been with these people a long time, and I really don't like the way this is going. And when it started to get toxic and I started to feel that I'm sure these people even really want me here, let's just, I can't do it.
Do you think they wanted you to leave?
Yeah, that's crossed my mind. I don't know how thought out this whole thing was, but if they wanted me to leave, it worked.
This was just really, really hard for him. It was watching someone's heart get broken.
Liza O'Brien, Conan's wife, was one of his main confidants and closest advisors during the debacle.
Did you approve of everything that he did?
100%, yeah.
You thought he should have left?
Absolutely.
What do you think of the way he was treated by NBC?
From my perspective, it felt like they never really gave him the job. That they said, we're going to give you this job in 5 years, and they kept him with the company, and he said, I won't go anywhere else, and I'll keep working for you, and I'm in it for the long haul, and it felt like they lost their nerve to really make a change, and that was too bad. It was a shame, because it would have been great to see what he could have done if he had their full support and had some more time.
You've got this non-disparagement agreement.
Do you have a copy? Because I haven't read it in a while.
I have a copy somewhere in my bag.
I keep one in my wallet.
You do?
It'd be funny if anytime people come up to me, hey, so what's the deal with Jay Leno? Hold on a second. He's a fine and good man. There we go, put that away.
Can I assume that this interview would take a different tenor if that agreement did not exist?
No, I don't think it would. The biggest thing people come up and say to me in gas stations and restaurants, I have so many people say this to me. Hey, partner, you got screwed. I always tell them, no, I didn't. I didn't get screwed. I'm fine. It didn't work out.
Well, you did get screwed.
You think I got screwed.
Well, I think most people think you got screwed. I mean, Jay Leno thinks you got screwed. Jay Leno thinks he got screwed.
How did he get screwed? Explain that part to me. I'm sorry. Jay's got the Tonight Show. I have a beard and an inflatable bat, and I'm touring city to city. Who can say who won and who lost? I'm laughing because crying would be sad.
The story will continue after this.
Has Jay reached out to you?
No.
No calls.
No, I do not think I'll be hearing from him. We should get him in here.
We should.
Is there gonna be a surprise walk-on?
No.
Okay.
But he'd call if you know his number. I'm sure he'd come over.
He may have caller ID. He won't pick up.
I think Leno would say, "Look, I was riding high. I was number one, and I was still number one when I left. And Conan made this deal with NBC, and NBC said." Okay, Jay, we're going to take you off the air in 5 years, regardless of whether you're number one or number two or what. I think he felt like he was forced out by NBC at a time when he was a strong number one and was pushed out the door. That's his argument.
It's hard for me to get inside his head and argue his side of this whole thing. Here's what I can say. I'm happy with my decision. I sleep well at night, and I, hope he's happy with his decision.
Do you think that Jay lobbied for this?
I don't know, but what I know is what happened, which is that he went and took that show back.
Do you believe he acted honorably during all of this?
I don't think I can answer that. I don't think, I can just tell you maybe how I would have handled it, and I would do it differently.
You wouldn't have come back on The Tonight Show?
If I had surrendered The Tonight Show and handed it over to somebody publicly and wished them well, and then would not have come back 6 months later. But that's me. Everyone's got their own, way of doing things.
Well,